Good evening, everyone. Good. I hope you enjoyed the lovely Jamaican meal that was served just now. Jerk chicken, Khori, goat, rice and peas in true Jamaican style. It's my pleasure to be here to talk with you this evening, this afternoon. I must acknowledge the presence of our acting High Commissioner, Mrs. Angela Rose Howell, Mr. Courtney Campbell, the Deputy Mayor, comes now. Happy to have you. Local politician, happy to have you as well. And all the other dignitaries and members that are here tonight. It's my pleasure to be here, as I said before. I'm supposed to be talking to you on the importance of youth integration and succession planning in the diaspora. Interesting that I've been given this topic. I'm young, of course, but as Rika just mentioned, I just completed my master's at the University of Westminster in Media and Development. I'm here on Achieving Scholarship, one of the most prestigious scholarships worldwide. If you need more information, you can talk to me afterwards if you have families back home in Jamaica or anywhere else that may need to study in the UK. Achieving will provide them with that opportunity. So that out of the way. So my master's dissertation was focused on the Jamaican diaspora in London, new media, identity, politics and community. And it gave me the opportunity to sit with a lot of young people in the diaspora, not so young persons, people as well, and get from them a lot of what they're thinking about Jamaica, connecting with Jamaica and issues here in terms of a diaspora community and a diaspora organization. And so, one of the things that I did as well in preparing to speak with you was to ask some of my friends on Twitter, what do they think are essentials to youth empowerment and youth integration in diaspora. And I'm just going to share with you 3 of the tweets that I received before coming here tonight. Altora Davis said, and Altora Davis works with the British High Commission in Jamaica, she says, start with creating a sense of belonging. That is a modern definition of what it means to be us beyond skin color and slavery. And I got another response from Theomony Nottage, who is a Achieving Scholar in the Bahamas as well. And she says, build leadership through mentorship opportunities. And I also got a response from Delia Walker Huntington, who is in Miami, Florida, who's also big in terms of diaspora connections in the US as well. And Delia says, purposeful engagement, willful inclusion, willing succession. And I think she's thinking like I am thinking, because those are some of the points I want to bring out to you tonight as I talk about how we get young people more involved in diaspora movements. And I'm so happy to see so many young people here. So good job, Jamming UK. Very good job to bring out so many young people here. Yes, indeed. I think sometimes when we have these events, we generally see the not so young people, but it's good to have them here. And so we have the opportunity to talk to them. Preparing for this presentation, I asked my uncle to write a speech for me, and I told him what I was talking about, and he said, sure, he'll write it, because the diaspora and diaper are the same things. No, I couldn't understand what he meant by diaspora and diaper being the same thing. I didn't bother to ask him, so I told him, don't bother to write the speech for me, Uncle Murray, so I'll do it myself. Because I just couldn't understand the relationship between a diaper and a diaspora. But nonetheless, so as I said to you, I've been here for about a year, a month, and exactly 14 days since I've been here doing my master's at the University of Westminster. I've completed and will return to Jamaica very soon. And I'm sure, like many of you who have been integral in diaspora relations and diaspora organizations here, can acknowledge what I've also observed since I've been here. It's very difficult to get young people engaged. It's very difficult to reach young people outside of their comfort zones, outside of the areas that they are known to be, and we'll get to some of those areas very soon. So diaspora organizations have a challenge in doing that. So what, if any at all, are we doing wrong? And must mention again the work of Jamaicans Inspired UK and bringing together young people here in the United Kingdom with the work that they're doing. But we must, however, begin to self-assess and take stock of our approach to the way we structure, coordinate, and organize these groups. And all of those words can have similar meanings. But I think it's important that we look at how we build organizations when we're building them. These organizations are supposed to be working on behalf and in the interest of members of the diaspora, correct? Connecting with Jamaicans, right? All right, so let's begin by asking ourselves a few questions. And I'm saying we, because since I've been here, I've been so actively involved in the diaspora that I feel like I'm a part of diaspora organizations here. So I'm going to say we, all right? So we need to ask ourselves some questions. When we're coming together as a diaspora organization, as diaspora members, saying we're coming together for a common good to benefit Jamaica or to help young people in our surroundings, what do we do? Do we have a proper structure in place to guide how we function and operate as a diaspora body? Very important. Are our programs and areas of interest attractive to this generation? How, if any at all, are we integrating fresh ideas and welcoming those ideas from folks who are not necessarily foundation members? And young people will understand what I mean by that. Lots of time you go into organizations, and because you were not there when the organization was founded, your opinion really doesn't get noticed or given the kind of attention that it requires. Am I lying? Am I the only one who've experienced that? Okay, thank you. But I dare say if we must have more youth integration in diaspora associations, we cannot continue to operate in the same old-fashioned way, where we go just developing programs and then inviting others to partake in it. It must be a process of consultation, inclusiveness, done in a way, I believe, to get the understanding of the things that those whom we are trying to attract are interested in. We can't go about making programs that we personally think is good and will be good for Jamaica or will bring people together without asking them before, is this a program that you're interested in? Is this the area that you'd like to see develop in Jamaica? Is this an area that you'd like to give back to in Jamaica? We have to learn to consult. And I know some of us can be frustrated with consultation processes because very often they get drawn out and sometimes become inconclusive. So we kind of step over that sometimes. But we have to engage with the people whom we're trying to serve. It's important. And succession planning is important. We have to make sure that the organizations that we're creating have within them a process whereby you can lead, but also make plans or train people to take over from you, because none of us will be here forever. None of us will be here forever. I remember one of the first events I attended at the High Commission here in London when I came, a member of a diaspora organization said she's been with the organization since its inception. And it's time for her to step down now, and she's looking for somebody to take over that diaspora organization, but she can't find anybody. Or she's trying to get young people involved and get young people to come and take over, but she can't get any young person. What maybe has she done wrong? We need to think about those things. But succession planning is important, I implore you. But I dare say at first we need to ensure at first that the youth are engaged and active in diaspora bodies. How do we do that? I go back to the point of inclusiveness. Do we plan programs and then tell the young people to come and be a part of this? Or do we say, hey, Tanesha, I'm planning this program and I'm thinking of this concept. What do you think? What should I do to get people within your age group, your peers, to come? What should I do differently? Or do we plan a program and say, hey Tanesha, plan this program, get your friends to come? Young people don't work like that, not anymore. Not anymore. They want to know that they've been involved as part of the process. They want to know that their voice is being heard some way, somehow. They want to feel like they've done something, like I did this, I work on this with you. And that makes them feel empowered. We're talking about youth excellence and empowerment. That makes young people feel empowered when you get them involved. Not just plan and shove something down their throats, as we often say in Jamaica. get them involved and get them become a part of the process. Again, I asked, how many of our youth are first and second generation Jamaicans who are here in the diaspora also know of diaspora associations? One of the interesting things that came out from my dissertation was that I asked many of the persons I interviewed or who conducted the survey that I sent out whether they were a part of diaspora organizations here, and I can tell you that not a lot of them were. In my own church, I could use that as an example. If I talk to all the young people there and ask them, do you know of any diaspora organizations here? Do you know of any group that is working to help Jamaica? And they will tell me no. Why? We have so many here in the UK. Why? We're not reaching them where they are. Are we sticking to the walls of where we sit and talk and talking to the people who we already know? Is that our approach? Young people are active in places that you and I know. What's one of the first places you can think of where young people are most active?
Social media.
Social media. I know that was going to be the answer. Young people are active on social media. And yes, when you talk about youth integration and becoming more active in organizations, the first thing someone is going to suggest to you, go on social media. Reach them on social media. And yes, that's true. Reach them on social media. But how do you reach them on social media? Are you just going to go on social media and create a Facebook page and say, my organizations is oroyauk.org and I'm interested in sending books back to Jamaica. Join. No, it doesn't work like that. That is a start. And you can start from there. But you need to make sure that if you're going to engage with young people on social media, you also need to be active on social media. You also need to be responsive to their needs on social media. So you post that page, have that page available on social media, and a young person join it, and 12 days after that they see no post from you. Or they join it and you don't reach out to them, send them a message and say, thank you for liking my page or thank you for joining my page. Here's how you can get more information about oroyauk.org and helping me to send books back to Jamaica. How often do we do that? So we create a Facebook page, we create a Twitter page, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, but yet we're not responsive to young people. Well, I spoke about having structures in place. I can talk for a lot of young people here. Invite me to a function and it seems like it's not going well organized. You don't know what's coming next, or if I ask you, how do I sign up here? You can't really tell me. And if I ask you, how can I get involved here? I'm in school, I'm in sixth form, and I think some of my friends may have some books that they're not using anymore. What do I tell them? How do I get those books and give them to you to send back to Jamaica? And you say, oh, I'll get back to you. It means you're running an organization where you don't have proper structures in place that the people you're trying to attract who will come to you will get the information they need to help and be actively engaged in the association that you say you're running. So we can't just continue creating groups and say, yes, we're working in the interest of, but then we're not doing the things to work towards to get the people that we are trying to attract. And I'm coming down. But how many of our youth, as I said, are interested in the organizations that we create? What are we doing to get them interested? Can we reach them where they are? Can we leave where the offices of the High Commission, for instance, and go to a school that you know have Jamaican community, a large Jamaican community, or go to a church that has a large Jamaican community and talk to the young people and get them to either sign up for your organization or get them to say, this is how you can help, and help them to connect with Jamaica. Because a lot of them don't know about their Jamaican heritage. All they hear from is what they hear from their parents who may have been in the UK for years or have no relationship with the UK anymore. So we need to reach them, and social media is one of the places that we need to reach them. But I dare say, and Nathaniel is telling me to wrap up, so I'm wrapping up, we must engage with the youth. So reach them, but don't just reach them, actively engage them and get them involved in the process. And when you are part of an organization, if you're leading, try to get a young person to basically second you. Train that young person so that when you, if you were to take a visit to Hungary or to Jamaica, you'll have that young person who can lead from here. So attract them, reach them, but actively engage them and include them in the process. Thank you.